back.
We're in the neighborhood.
Whoa.
Your neighborhood.
How's everybody doing?
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Great again.
Topic number 2.
James, you look ravishing.
Dashing. Thank you.
You look like you're a little kid at your mom's house or like your aunt's house, and like the window's all huge.
Yeah.
I know.
It looks almost like
big,
Toy Stories. That's a big ass window.
Yeah.
Not looking
big
at it.
window.
And those are big blinds too. Like when you walk over there, you're like climbing up like
it
when
really
you're a
looks like
child.
you could like walk out, like you could just walk out that.
I am in a fun house right now where
I like
I
that
have a
house.
hard time. I have a hard time opening doorknob, like turning the doorknob, because they're like really high up there.
You're like, I'm improvising. Let me get a rope. Let me get a rope.
Don't fall out that window. It's 3 stories high.
You bump your noggin.
Bump your noggin.
Remember when you were like a kid, like
It's only 1 story, but 3 stories for you.
yeah. What did you want to be when you grow up? When you were a kid, and they're like, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like, were you asked that?
An astronaut, of course.
An astronaut, really?
Yeah, of course, right? Didn't you want to go to space?
Oh.
You didn't
But,
want to go to outer space?
Yeah, kinda. No, I wanted to. Yeah,
A little bit. It was always one of those ones.
You know, it's one of those things. It's like, yeah, I was an astronaut. It's like, yeah, like we go to space for lunch now. You know.
Do we?
You know, not yet.
Neighborhood's best.
And
Go
on
to-
that note,
go
let's
to
do
space.
lunch in the moon.
We should start building rockets in my backyard. You ever see
What
that
did you
movie?
hear?
That movie October
like-
Sky?
Jack Parsons.
Oh yeah.
I'm more
Like,
into
actually, I think you showed me that movie, David. You're like, check this movie out, and I was like, dude, this is like kind of like depressing, and
I'm
like,
more-
it's good though.
It was a great movie. It's
It's
based on true
good.
story.
Yeah, it's really good.
Right off of Von Braun.
I'm more into the Jack Parsons stuff, you know, because he's all into he was trying to open up a portal to the Hell's Gate, right, or whatever, and create the Moon Child, right, with Aleister Crowley. You ever hear about all that?
Fun
Yeah,
stuff, you know.
Jack Parson, right? It's like the Olympics,
I just never believed in no.
you know.
I don't believe in no moon cheese, baby.
It's like
We don't want no moon cheese, baby.
it's like what some people felt about the Olympic opening ceremony,
Yeah.
right?
About that ceremony.
Oh, not that.
Let's get back into it. Let's get back into it.
Short from the last one. You guys
The
cut me
horse.
short.
Snip, snip, snip. Oh, we're good.
Short of arc. It was not a
Right
pale
there.
horse.
And there.
Yeah.
I think the band name Gojira is pretty cool. It's Godzilla, right? Gojira. I remember hearing it in that Godzilla movie 2000. You know, he's like that. There's a man in the beginning. He's like Gojira. That
one
band
with,
is pretty cool. I like the band name.
The one with Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, the one with Matthew Broderick. Yeah. What do you what do you think about band names, David?
So I thought, like, hey, if we were go cover band and we were just called Godzilla.
No, that's why Gojira named this song.
Oh, that'd be
Gojira.
good. That'd be good. Yeah, we just call ourselves Godzilla.
Yeah.
But we're a cover band or
Okay. I like it.
But you would have to spell it differently because you probably get like sued by like.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Oh yeah.
Gojira.
You take it out of L or something like that.
Yeah, and then we'd also
Yeah.
make it all a cool metal font, you know, it's hard to read.
But
Yeah.
it's interesting. I wonder if like the organizer was like, let me see who's the best metal band right now. Oh, Gojira has a #1 song right now. Oh, hey, let's book these guys.
Do they have the number one song right now, John?
Oh, they probably are.
They're French, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Oh, they-
French. That's why they were there.
Yeah. So they're like, I need the best metal band. Because, you know, like you look at the guy that threw the whole opening thing, he doesn't look like a metalhead, right?
No, he doesn't.
He looks more like a disco type guy.
Vinny, if you had to come up with a band name right now, what would it be?
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Good. Throw him a curveball. You gotta throw him a curveball.
Trump gods.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I'm not sure
Trump
about that.
babies.
Remember when we saw Ministry? We brought this up.
Oh,
on a
yeah.
long
Yeah.
episode ago. That was
Oh
wild.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
those
there
are
was
old.
some Trump things in there.
Oh yeah. Oh, they definitely did. Right? They had like.
It was Doug, a big duck. If I
Uh,
remember
so-
correctly, he's like a big
I
duck.
thought
It,
they were
it
like
was like
little
it was a big Donald Duck type thing. But, you know.
Donald Duck,
You're like,
yeah.
I want to get one of those
Yeah.
little duckies. You're all.
So I went to a concert before. It was this is when everybody thought this was cool, and even I did because it's still in high school. But I went to an Offspring concert when they came out the Americana album. Yeah.
Hey man,
It was a badass concert, but
Fucking best time of my life, bro. Fucking
when they
1990.
when they came out, are you gonna let me finish?
It was
Are
prime.
you gonna let me finish? Can I finish? So when I went, I got free tickets to the concert, but I went out there, and they're the headliners. And it was like, I forget, there's some dumb band that played before, but they when they went up, you could hear "Backstreet's Back, all right,"
all right.
and then you could see all these guys sitting there like this, like that, like behind you, like that, and you saw Offspring came out with bats, and they just started hitting him with bats, but they're all dummies that were there of them.
Let's hate
So stupid.
That was the early 2000s, wasn't it?
But no one gave a shit.
It was definitely early 2000s, and that was just like
Yeah.
it was so stupid. It was dumb, but everybody's like, "Yeah, fucking do it!" Like, fuck the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah,
what happened.
Unite
That's
through
it.
hate.
Gotta remember that old 2000s and breaking things,
Yeah, that
break
was-
stuff, right? Remember that Limp Bizkit song, "Break Stuff"?
Mhm.
John, you break stuff. John, what would your band name be right now if you could make one up?
Make a band name right now?
Don't mess it up. Yeah, you don't mess it up though.
Oh man, I don't know. There you go, right there.
John
Band name.
and the
I don't
Bears.
know.
John and the I don't knows.
How about
Yeah.
because earlier today I was thinking like
Band names are
what if we
hard
change
though.
the
Like I mean, you could get crazy like the lamp
Yeah,
post.
yeah.
yeah.
They,
Like what if we change
they
the
aren't,
podcast
but they
name?
are. What'd you say, Vinny?
Because earlier I was thinking on the drive, like, what if we change the podcast name to something like funny, and then but it could go with a bad name too. I was thinking like Texas Dave and the California Boys.
Oh, I'm in California Boys.
There we go.
Or if we did a podcast one day, it's just completely off the rails, completely different theme.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
but they-
Texas Dave, like, you wear a cowboy fucking like vest with like a stupid cow print on it, and like
Yeah, and then we're all posting like, "Hey, we're back again after not a while of doing a cast, and here we are."
yeah,
Everybody's like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck is this?"
We would need all.
after months of demand.
Yeah, we would
Yeah.
all need be like either have pictures of us on Longhorns or all of us in one Longhorn.
Yeah,
Maybe just John on a Longhorn.
and we have an episode where we just talk about different flavors of mayonnaise.
Ooh, that was good.
Wow. But you
It'd be
know, it's
good.
funny. Going back to the band names, that guy from Coldplay, Chris Martin, he was having
Yeah.
an interview one time, and he said the best thing a band can do is have a band name with just one word, because those are
I love
those
it.
are the bands that just kind of like sinking, like Beatles, YouTube, Metallica, like shit like that. It's really hard. Like even Coldplay, he was like, crap, sometimes I hate that our name has like too many syllables. Like that's why I think always like Kanye's always like, just call me Yee.
You
Just
really
call-
like that dude, huh?
Yeah.
That Coldplay. Like,
Somebody
Good, good,
Well, I was
good.
like,
gave
it just
that.
reminded
Somebody
me of
gave
the
that
band.
idea though.
He's a
Somebody
cool
did.
dude.
Yeah,
I've
like
heard him on a few
Beyonce, right?
podcasts. And stuff.
Beyonce, Madonna.
Madonna.
It's true, but you almost have to have that
Britney.
copyrighted like real
I don't know
early or
because
something.
I
Okay,
like
I say Britney. What do you think of, right?
I like band names more like to sound like you're going somewhere. Like I remember when we were doing bands.
The Traveling Wilburys.
I want to be called the Picture
The
Show.
Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
I would like bands that sound like I'm going places.
Yeah, I did.
I like that.
Like,
The Traveling
The
Wilburys
blues-
is crazy. I
the
don't
blues
even know what the fuck that
travelers.
means.
yeah, but
I like
but
more. I like more geographical bands like Europe,
yeah, like
Asia,
Asia,
America.
Tonga.
America.
Those kind of bands.
America's a good band.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they're all-
yeah. I wanted it to be called the Picture Show. So like when it's like, where you going? I'm going to see the Picture Show, and it's just like oh. And then that's how it would get caught in your memory because
What do you
it's a
mean you don't
catchy
like the
phrase.
Eagles? It's the Eagles.
It's a catchy phrase, instead of instead of the one word thing.
You know what I
It's
do
just-
appreciate? I do appreciate when somebody doesn't like a big famous band. I like the
Yeah.
conversation with somebody like that because then when you're trying to like
Yeah,
make them
it's
like
good.
them. Like I've had a conversation with certain people where they start telling me like, "Oh, I hate the Beatles. I hate the Beatles." And I
Yeah,
was like, "How could you not like the soundtrack of a generation?" I kind of get it in a way. I love Slayer. Slayer is one of my favorite bands, but I'm not going to convince somebody to love Slayer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just fuck you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah.
Drums are just tripping.
But-
Like, I mean, Taylor
but-
Swift,
More
right?
Slayer for me. More
But
Slayer for me.
I do know when people hate it, and usually the people that hate music like that, when they're like, "I hate the Rolling Stones. I hate this."
They
and
usually
they'll
don't
go
have
back.
the taste in music.
Well, it could be that, but a lot of times it's like my parents used to play that all the time.
Yeah,
That's
so
what'll
that
come up.
there's like
And I'm
something
like-
weird with it.
something like that.
So it
You know,
just has like a sentimental feeling, like that. Even though they're like, you know what, I can't. That's gonna remind me too much of my father.
yeah.
I remember when I was in Weezer. That's the like when I first started hearing like, man, like I fucking hate Weezer, but I love you guys. He's like, what? Like you hate Weezer? Like it sounded weird to me because I was like, I thought everybody likes Weezer. Like even like people who listen to rap like Weezer because you know they wear old people sweaters and stuff and you know. And that was the first time like I really heard like people didn't like a band that I thought was like super popular and everyone like.
I didn't like them when or I didn't think I liked them, and then this is even before we started playing as a band doing the covers. But I went to the Warped Tour one year, and I was with Floyd and Holly. Remember Holly? And another friend of ours. But we were going to the concert, and we saw this car in the back, and there was like all these like four white guys in the car, and they're like shaking their heads, and stuff back at the little Honda or something they were driving, and said Weezer on the back. They're like Weezer, like we kept talking a bunch of shit. All these guys look fucking lame, dumb,
like
dumb,
the
dumb.
nerds.
We went to the Warped Tour. We saw them play, and it's like, oh, I know the song. Oh, I know the song. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're fucking pretty
They,
badass because
they
they're
didn't
playing all the
realize.
Blue album, and they just came out with the Green album at the time. You know, Hash
Oh
Pipe.
wow.
They just came out with Hash Pipe, and so we were just like, I was like, oh, okay, all right. So then I felt stupid at the end of it. I felt ignorant, you know,
The
Yeah,
golden
yeah.
days
towards
of
the end of the
Warped
show.
Tour.
Well, even
Um,
with like a Perfect Circle and like some of these bands I've been listening to a lot lately, I'm like, man, like I wasted so much time not listening to this thing, man. It's like my favorite band right now. It's like I could have like seen all these shows. Like Rammstein was like that. I'm like, yeah, I always heard they were cool shows. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, it's
Yeah,
like I like them, but I'm not. You know, I have a
dude.
CD. I listened to 2 songs off of it probably. And then when I saw the show, I was like, oh my god, like all these songs are cool. Everything's so badass. Blah blah blah. You know, it was just like mind blowing. You know, and I was like, dude,
Yeah,
I wasted all this time. I could have seen like all these crazy cool shows because like you know, I just would have went.
yeah,
No, the stadium tours, it's like when you really know the band's like humongous, right? Because if they're selling out stadiums or like people are like they have like residential shit at Vegas, right? Like the Grateful Dead was there for like certain amount of nights, and that shit was always packed, 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 packed. It could have been the same
yeah.
people, but
Well, you
yeah,
know,
it's bigger. But I mean, if you could get that type of like, okay, these are like huge bands.
but
Right,
well,
right.
on the other side of that, like the stadium shows are great too. But James, I think you know this because we went to a few of those shows a few years in a row, like the FYF festival. Those smaller festivals when you're seeing those smaller bands coming up and they end up becoming big.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
they're
cool.
they're some of the smaller ones and they're here and there, and then like they're just all over the place like crazy later. It's like it's insane.
Yeah, it could be
like
pretty cool.
yeah,
in the membrane.
especially if you got into them early, because a lot of times that doesn't happen. You're like, oh, I've seen them before, but I didn't know they were this
Right.
good. You know, but when you do see them and you do appreciate them right away, that's something really
It's
special.
special. It's
Yeah,
special for sure.
you know what
Yeah.
I
You gotta
mean?
give the little bands a chance, you know, because
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know
go support your local
yeah,
artists.
yeah, check them out. And on that note,
Get to first.
Bye.
Jump, neighbor's best. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh man! All right. On that note, peace.
There you
Was that
go.
2 or 1?